Hi, my name is Abigail Anderson and I'm a dual credit student at Lone Star College. I went through heart surgery recently, so that's why my voice sounds like this, but I'm okay. But anyways, so I'm 16 years old and I'm going into my senior year of high school, where I will be graduating a year early with my associate's degree from Lone Star. Then I will go to Sam Houston to get a biomedical science degree, my bachelor's in it. And then after that, I'm still exploring different careers I can get in that field, but I know that's the path I want to go. My hobbies include reading, seeing musicals, and traveling just anywhere. I love to travel and I love to read. Those are my two favorite things. After watching Sherry Turkle, I found that her main point was that we are all connected to each other, but we are also all alone. We could be having conversations with people, but we don't look at them or have eye contact because we're not fully listening due to being on our phone and being more interested in our technology. I can see this problem even now, 13 years after the TED Talk was released in 2012. I think COVID also had a huge impact because because basically the whole world went just online and remote, so everyone, especially the generation that grew up in COVID like that, they were about 4 or 5 when COVID started, so now they'll be about 9 or 10. They all got used to it, and so now they don't really know they didn't develop those social skills, or just they didn't learn how to have conversations with people. In the video, I noticed that Sherry shared a photo of her daughter and a few of her friends, and they were all sitting next to each other, but they were all on their phones, which I can personally relate to because I know me and my friends tend to do that when we hang out. Not all the time, but there are times where we do that, and we'll be sending videos or memes to each other. I believe that we start to do this because we've gotten so used to being alone and secluded to our devices that just the presence of another person next to us makes us feel like we're socializing or interacting with them, even when we're not. You mentioned how a teenager once told you, or Sherry mentioned how a teenager once told her that they didn't know what it's like to have a conversation or how to have one, and they would like to learn, but they don't want to learn yet. It got me thinking that social skills between today's younger generations tend to be lacking. However, I don't think it's 100% because of technology. There could be other factors, including mental health and just the environment they grew up in. It could also, but I believe they could be any of those three, or maybe more too. All of those could be factors that I believe she failed to mention, and I think would have benefited her argument even more to see a little bit on the other side. The issue was there in 2012 when it was created, but mental health was still a thing. Bad mental health was still a thing then, though I don't believe it was talked about as much as it is now. But it's still a factor that I believe Sherry could have benefited from, as well as just seeing not just the cons of technology, but if she also talked about the pros of it, because there are some that I believe could have really helped everything out. But in the end, I agree with, I think, all of her points, and I really liked her TED Talk. I agreed with it, and I thought it was very well spoken. Thank you.